strength training makes you bulky, right? Wrong. It has helped me get into the best shape I have ever been in my entire life at 55 years old. And in this video, I'm going to show you the best kind of exercise to torch fat when you're in your 40s. And it's actually the opposite of what you think you should be doing. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50 get in fantastic shape. And you might be surprised to know that there is no reason why you can't be in the best shape of your life if you get your exercise right, if you get your nutrition right. And I've already made a video all about nutrition, so if you want to understand that, click the link here and I will put a link in the description. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about exercise, because this is a thing that many of us, including me, get wrong. You really need to be doing the opposite of what you think you should be doing. So I'm going to talk about 4 key areas that you need to focus on, and it's going to help you lose body fat, lose inches, and possibly, if you get the nutrition right as well, get in much better shape than you ever thought was possible, and possibly, like me, the best shape of your life. And this is very, very divisive, but I'm going to explain to you exactly why you need to do the opposite of what you think you should be doing. And that's not focusing too much on intense cardio. So I'm not talking about gentle walking, I'm talking about intense cardio. You don't want to be doing too much of that. I'm going to explain why now, because I know a lot of people get very hot under the collar and don't like it when I talk about this. When you reach your 40s, your hormones are depleting and you are losing muscle mass at a rate of just under 1% per year. So that's pretty significant, because between the age of 40 to 50, you're going to have lost about 10% overall of your muscle mass. That's a significant amount. And what does muscle do? Muscle burns fat even when you're just sat around. That's what the great thing about muscle is. But if you do too much intense cardio activity, so I'm talking about running, getting on a treadmill, getting on an elliptical, rowing, intense cycling, if you do more than around about 30 minutes, what that's going to do is start depleting your muscle. And you don't want to be doing that because you're already losing muscle. And as I've said earlier, muscle is the thing that's going to help you burn fat. What you want to be doing is, instead of focusing too much on cardio, keep it down to under 30 minutes per session, kind of a maximum of 4 or 5 times a week. And what you want to be doing is the second thing that I recommend. And this is a thing, again, which people feel it's the opposite of what they should be doing because they think it's going to make them gain weight. And that is, you've got to include strength training, or in other words, lifting weights. And why is that? Well, I've talked about the fact that your muscle mass is depleting, and because of your hormones, your metabolism is slowing down. And what you want to do is speed up that metabolism. And the best way of doing that when we're talking about exercise is actually through strength training, because strength training, what that's going to do is it's going to help you build muscle. So you're kind of going to get that look that people call toned, and the muscle is going to burn fat, and it's going to burn calories just when you're sitting around doing nothing, because it's not about the exercise that you're doing during strength training. It's what it's going to do to the rest of your body while you're not strength training, while you're doing nothing. It's going to build your metabolism. It's going to increase the rate that your body burns calories. And that is absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't matter if you've got over 200 pounds to lose. Don't think to yourself, well, I need to lose the weight first, then I'll incorporate the strength training. No, the strength training is the thing that's going to help you burn fat. So it's really, really important that you incorporate it. And I recommend that you do that 3 or 4 times a week for a minimum of 30 minutes. And if you want more information on how you should be strength training, I actually have a free 7-day program on my iPhone and Android app. I'm going to link it here, but it's got 2 sample strength training sessions. So you can try them out if you've never done strength training before and see how it's actually done. And I also have strength training workouts here on YouTube. So try them out, give them a go. You can do it from home. You do not need to set foot inside a gym to do strength training. And a lot of those can be body weight exercises or using resistance bands or dumbbells. It doesn't have to be heavy machinery in the gym. But the best exercises to focus on are the compound movements that use multiple muscle groups. So that's your deadlifts, your squats, your lunging movements if you don't have problems with your knees. But I do have a video on bad knees and how you can modify lunges if you have bad knees. So I'll link that up here. That's really, really useful for you. And then you've got your push movements, the things like push-ups, overhead presses. They're going to really help you. Then you've got your pull movements. So they're the movements that are rowing movements. Those are the ones to include, and it's really going to help you get your body into a fat burning machine. The third thing I'm going to talk about that you should include, and that's high intensity interval training, because high intensity interval training is much better than steady state cardio to actually burn fat. And you only need to do small amounts of high intensity interval training. So at the moment I'm doing about 15-minute sessions up to 30 minutes. And again, I actually have an example of a high intensity interval training session on my iPhone and Android app on my free 7-day plan, and you can download that by following this link. So do download it and give it a go. And I also have high intensity interval training workouts here on this channel, so you can have a look at those. But don't do it for too long. Do it for anywhere between sort of 10 minutes if you're a novice and up to 30 minutes. You're really going to get some fat burning. And don't worry if you think it's not suitable for menopausal women. The North American Menopause Society have actually done a study on high intensity interval training. They found it perfectly safe for menopausal women and twice as effective as steady state cardio for fat burning in menopausal women. So don't be scared of it. Give it a try. You normally do 20 to 30 seconds of very intense activity, and then between 20 seconds to up to 90 seconds of resting and walking pace. And I promise you, it's going to increase your fitness as well by doing that. Not only burn fat, but increase your fitness. You don't have to do high impact workouts. I have low impact workouts on my programs. I have low impact workouts here on this YouTube channel. You can do this without jumping around, so never be afraid of HIIT workouts. Now, the fourth and final thing that I'm going to talk about when it comes to exercise is getting your steps in, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Try and say that if you can. It's quite difficult. In other words, neat for short. That's why people call it neat. And that's the kind of thing that you're doing when you're moving around through the day. And some people kind of naturally move around a lot more. So if you're sedentary, it's a good idea to sort of track your steps and try and get in at least 7k steps. And if you're already doing that, kind of increase it if you want to get more fat burning. But steps doesn't have to be walking, although walking's great. It's generally moving around. So it could be housework, dancing, gardening, the kind of activities where you're a bit more on your feet, not just sitting down. That's going to get your NEAT up. Don't forget to get the nutrition right as well, because this works hand in hand with nutrition. Nutrition is really important, and I will link it up again here, the video I've made all about nutrition for over 40 women. Do let me know how you get on. If you've been trying this, or if you're going to try this, if this resonates with you. Maybe you've done loads of cardio before, but you're going to cut it back and actually do strength training in favour of cardio, because I promise you it really is the best form of exercise at this stage in life.